Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Sarah with Hello Muffin. Today I have another cash envelope stuffing video for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and go through my budget breakdown before I stuff the envelopes. So I have a piece of paper here. I'm just going to go over my income and then all of my bills, how I budget my paycheck. I'm just going to list out all my expenses and then I'm going to do my cash envelopes. So this is my budget planner. This is a mini happy planner. This is dated for 2019. I have Frankenplan in the Happy Planner Budget Planner extension for the mini. I created these. Let me just zoom in a little bit for you guys. So I created these stickers for the Budget Planner extension sheets. The sheets don't really leave you a lot of space for your bills and expenses and such. So I just made these so you can break them out into Paycheck 1 and Paycheck 2. You could even use 2 of these stickers if you get paid weekly or whatever you like. But these will help you kind of just see like a total overview versus a an individual breakdown. That I would use the bill pay checklists that come in the kit for November and December. But for the actual months in this planner, I use the monthly budget sheets, and you can see here I have the same sticker, and then I also made this sticker. So I'll leave a link somewhere on the video screen so you can go click to that video and get these downloads for free to print for your own planners. So I'm just going to go back here. So these are my breakdowns. This is how much I've budgeted for these categories for this particular paycheck, and then the actual breakdowns, like I said, are going to be on the expense tracker, or the bill pay checklist. So I'm going to start here. So we're going to start with my income, which is going to be $25.74 for this paycheck. And then I'm just going to list out all of my expenses that are going to be in the bills category. So some of these are expenses, they're not bills. I just categorize them as bills because it makes sense for me in my head. They're just recurring expenses that I use that run through my card automatically, and I have $1,600 of each of my paychecks gets put into a separate checking account just for these expenses. So this $1,600 gets rerouted to its own account. I don't touch this. I just leave it, whatever's extra in there, I leave as kind of a little buffer. Eventually I'll probably transfer that out, but for right now it's only going to be a couple of dollars at a time. But I'm just going to speed through all of my bills and recurring expenses, and then I'll go over my cash envelopes and my sinking funds. Alright, so this all totals this $1,600 right here. So now I have my cash envelopes. Are going to be $220. I have a digital spend of $100. And then my sinking funds are going to be $300. So this is my paycheck that I get for a 12-day pay period. I get paid semi-monthly, which is twice a month, and it's based on the amount of work days inside that pay period. So it changes each time. The average day is 11. but sometimes it's 12, sometimes it's 10. Once a year in February, I get a 9-day paycheck. So then this is the money that goes into that second account, which is accounted for by all of this: cash envelopes, digital spend, sinking funds. So then this debt snowball payment I have included in my bills. I know it's not a bill, but this just makes it easier for me to put in my bills account, even if it's not a bill. So that covers that for the categories that are listed here. Now, if you add these up, they won't add up to the $25.74. Let me zoom out a little bit again. So they add up to this number. Which gives me an overage of $354. And I actually spent some of that on some items for my Etsy shop, but I did put in an additional snowball payment of $200. So that extra $150 I added to my spend. So that's what it ended up looking like at the end of my disbursements for all of my accounts. So I have the back of my book. Oops. I have my cheat sheet, which has my breakdown of all of my sinking funds. And here at the bottom you'll see there's an extra $350 in this paycheck. I did that because I budgeted with the least amount of money possible, which was the 10-day paycheck breakdown. So with this one, there is no leftover. So what I did was I kept the same breakdown here for the 10, the 11, and the 12, but I have this little leftover for savings / debt. So I choose every month what to put, or every paycheck what to put this amount towards. And this paycheck I needed to buy a few more supplies for my Etsy shop, so I put $150 towards that, and then I took the extra $200 and put it towards my debt snowball. So I'm going to try to put most of that towards the debt snowball, but this month I just, or this paycheck, I needed to buy a few things for my Etsy shop. So that's how that breaks down. Pretty easy peasy. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my envelope stuffing. Alright, sorry. Had to run away for a second. My boyfriend is actually home tonight, and it's making it really kind of awkward to film because I am not used to talking to myself, but to the camera with another person in the apartment. So I was just making sure he had his headphones on, so I feel a little bit better about myself. But anyway, on to the cash envelopes, the whole reason why you are here. So have my cheat sheet. I'm going to start off with $100 for my spend account. Just the first one here. These are mostly empty. Pull my little thing out. So that's going to be $100 for that. So I've been really trying to be good with my spending and not put anything on my credit card. That's one of my huge, issues, I guess I'd say, is if I have money, I definitely want to spend it. This is groceries. This gets $100. But I'll move these out of the way. But I've been really trying to only spend the money that I physically have in my envelope versus what's on my card. I do keep $100 on my card for online shopping because I'm afraid if I don't at least keep some extra money in there that I'm going to want to spend the available credit that's on my credit card. But I really don't want to do that because I'm trying to obviously pay down all of my debts, and the credit card is the first one to go. This is 20. I definitely need gas soon. But you know, it's a struggle. I really try not to spend all my money. I'm looking forward to hopefully getting a Christmas bonus this year. I'm going to put all of that money towards my credit card debt. I really want to get that paid off. I know the only reason why it exists is my own fault, but you know, this is why we're here, doing the debt snowball. So these are my sinking funds. I'm just going to do another, come on camera, a little close up there so you guys can see my different categories. You can take a screenshot if you want to pause the video. Then I just have my little cash breakdown cheat sheet that I write down for my boyfriend to take the money to the bank because I actually don't have a branch near me. I have USAA. They're an awesome bank. I love them. I've had them for a little while now, and the only issue is there's no branches near here, which totally sucks, but I just have my boyfriend's cash a check that I write to him, and he gets my breakdown for me twice a month. So let's see. My beauty envelope. This is going to be 20, 30, 40, 50, $60 in here. I think I'm going to go get another haircut soon. It's getting a little long. The last time I went, I had her chop off most of my hair. It was down to close to the bottom of my back. I had her probably cut off a good 10 inches. So it was not really short, but shorter than I had it in a long time. Just long enough that I could still put it up in a ponytail. That's my biggest gripe about short hair, is that you can't put it up in a ponytail. So if it gets like stuck on the back of your neck, then you know you're pretty much screwed. I also had her do an undercut in the back, so she shaved off the hair from like the bottom of my neck, maybe about this high, all the way across in a straight line. So it was, I don't know, the hair was maybe that long. It was pretty close to my scalp. It was actually probably closer to like that, which I actually really liked. I really enjoyed having that in the summer because it really kept the hair off the back of my neck and I didn't sweat so much. But she did that, and then she bleached some of my hair and then dyed the bleached hair bright pink, and then dyed the non-bleached hair like a dark, like kind of eggplanty purple color. And that was $110 the last time that I went. But I was there for like 2 hours, so, you know, and that was including the tip and everything. So I can't imagine that the next time would be that much, because I'm not going to get my hair colored again. I'm just going to get it cut. So I'm going to make another appointment. There should be enough in my envelope for that. Let's see, gifts. Gifts is an extra 10. So now I'm going to have 35. But I've been trying, so the biggest thing that I've noticed with this cash envelope system, and I've been trying really hard to not forget, but I forget that I have these. I've been so used to having my paycheck get split up. I've always done this where, you know, this amount goes into a separate checking account, and then I have the rest go into my spend checking account. That I'm used to just having money in that account to cover everything. So gifts, groceries, whatever I want, all of that money is just in one lump account. Well, then I would spend, you know, 2/3 of it and then not have enough money left over if I was having gifts and stuff, which is obviously the point of these cash envelopes. But I keep forgetting that I have them. I keep forgetting that they exist. So we'll go to the store and buy something like, you know, I have a cash envelope for household goods like paper towels, toilet paper, stuff like that, which I split with my boyfriend, but I forget that it's there. And then, sorry, Christmas is 10. I forget that it's there, and then I spend money from my spend envelope. Then I'm like, well, why do I have no money? Because I know I didn't buy things that were like spendy. It's because I'm not remembering that the envelopes exist, so then I have to pay myself back. And then at the end of the month, I end up with, you know, more money in my spend envelope than I thought I had, which is, you know, never a problem since I like to spend money. I don't know anyone who doesn't like to spend money. But my biggest thing is remembering that these envelopes exist and making sure that I use them and not just kind of transferring things, because that just, I'm not in the right mindset when I'm doing that, and I want to get away from that. So medical dental is 15. It's actually nice to see these start to, you know, build up. You know, it makes the struggle feel kind of worth it then when you see that, you know, the envelopes are getting larger each time. Let's see, so we got 20, 30, 40, 50. You know, like, this isn't a lot of money. It's only $50, but you had said, you know, 3 months ago, if I would have had money, $50 stashed away, you know, I wouldn't have had that. I just recently got a medical bill for $75 in the mail, and I had to put it on my credit card because I didn't have any money saved aside for medical expenses. This was before I started the cash envelope system, so it's nice to know that, you know, when the time comes that I have money set aside for that stuff. You know, I won't have to like scramble later try to find it. Not that I have like, you know, a super tight income, but I'm putting every extra penny of money that I have into my debts. That leaves me with not a lot. Let's see, travel, adding 20. I think I might have to adjust some of these. I think some of my wants are a little bit higher than my needs for my sinking funds. Like, I don't think travel really needs to be a whole 20. What was that? Whoops, I counted wrong. I don't think I put 20 in here. Yeah, no, I didn't. Okay. I can't think and talk at the same time. So this should be 60. Okay, that makes more sense. So, you know, that's $60 in here, and I don't know if I'm going to really need this for travel. I mean, it's nice. I would love to have a little travel fund because I like to go camping in the summer, and this summer we didn't go at all. Normally my boyfriend and I go a couple of times each year at least, but this year it just didn't happen. Let's see, tattoos is 20. You know, so that's probably why I made it so high, was because I really wanted to make sure that it happened for next summer, because we haven't really had any vacations this year. We haven't really taken any time off together, so I wanted to save for that. So maybe I'll just cap it at a certain amount and move that money somewhere else. Like tattoos, I might cap. I didn't really think about that when I first started the sinking funds. I just kind of wanted to start building them up to see what I could really get. But, you know, a couple $100 in a tattoo fund and I'll be able to get a tattoo. And, you know, I'm not going to really want to keep, I mean, I do want to keep doing it, but, you know, I need to cut down, I think, on some of the wants that are in here. Just pare them down a little bit, maybe shift some of the money. My boyfriend and I have to go over the gifts and the Christmas. We decided that we picked a budget for each person in our family. We're going to write a list of everybody's names, and then we're each going to contribute $25 per person per year for birthdays and probably also Christmas. So then I'm gonna take that total number and divide it by my paychecks, and that'll be the new gifts and Christmas envelopes, with maybe a little bit extra added for, you know, surprise birthdays. You know, like if someone in the office has a birthday or something and I need to go get a gift. Let's see. But yeah, so I have to kind of readjust these. I've adjusted them several times. This is just a sheet that I have in InDesign I made, and then I print it and I cut it on my silhouette. I actually print it on sticker paper because then I can just stick the sticker to the lamination sheets, and when I go to laminate them, they don't move around and they laminate pretty thin, so I can just, you know, make these whenever I want. And there's actually a blank version of these available as a freebie on, I think, the first cash envelope video. I don't really remember. I'll make sure to link all the freebies that I have available down in the description box for this video. Let's see, so this was what, $40 for my Mac fund? So then that way you guys can make your own sheets if you'd like. And then this sheet is also available as a freebie. And I have no idea how much money I'm going to need to fix the computer that we got from, the free computer that we got from my job that isn't working. I have 2 desks. The other one's covered in boxes from when we moved in February. I have to clean that off, and then I'm going to set up that computer and see if I can get it to work. But until then, I'm just going to keep funneling money away because I think it's going to cost a few $100s to get it fixed. And I would like to, you know, get that done sooner rather than later. Although that might not happen. I might have to reroute that money to my car. If my car ends up needing work, it's been making some weird noises. The car is more important than the computer. Of course, I don't want to have to do that, but that's also what I kind of kept this money for. I will be honest, I have not read the Dave Ramsey books. I need to go read them so I can really, you know, get on board with things. So it's weird that this is empty. I feel like I did not use all that. Maybe I did. And I know he says to set up a $1,000 emergency fund before you do your cash envelopes, which obviously I did not know about before I started my cash envelopes. I just followed a bunch of YouTube tutorials to start this. So I'm going to kind of backtrack and on my 11 and 12 day use this money to put into savings. But I had maxed out my credit card before I started this journey, and I wanted to make some payments on it because I didn't want the interest to accrue and put it over the limit. So that's why I put some of this money towards the debt snowball instead of my savings account that I should really already have. But my next check and any extra money that I get, I do have some side money that I get from various things. What was this? 15. That money I'm just going to start putting right into my savings account and not touching it until it reaches 1,000. I just wanted to get that, like, the credit card off the kind of like cusp, you know, because the last thing I need is for it to go over and then ding my credit score because it's over the credit limit. 50. That's 50. And then we have, it's got a little out of order. taxes is an extra 5. So my taxes have always been so weird. I feel like I always end up owing money at the end of the year, which never makes sense to me because I always pay what they ask you to pay. Like I always pay exactly, like I don't have my withholding set to be like the lower amount. I have it set to be the like standard amount or the higher amount, whatever, but I feel like it never fails that every year I end up owing money. I think this year I got a $2 refund from the federal taxes and I ended up owing like $48 to my state taxes. Like that never makes any sense to me. I don't make any money really outside of my like all the income that I get is taxed. So I don't understand where that comes from. But it's super annoying. Let's see. Household is $10 and yep, that's empty. I go through this $10 pretty quickly. I think I might have to up this or just learn to use less paper towels. I think the problem was that we had to buy a whole pack of paper towels and a pack of toilet paper in the last like 2 weeks, like from my last paycheck, and we don't buy them that often. I think we buy paper towels and toilet paper maybe once every couple of months. That's why I only put $10 in here because we don't buy them that often and we split them. But I always buy whatever's the most cost effective, which is usually the largest pack, which is usually like $20 for the biggest pack they make. It's usually like $18.99, and I get this brand that I really like. It's called Marcal. I get the Small Steps brand. It's like an eco-friendly kind of recycled brand. It's a little bit thinner than some of the ones out there, but frankly I don't mind because it's cheaper and I find that it's you know, the fact that it's made from recycled paper, you know, I like that. And it's always on sale. But I had to buy, you know, $40 worth, and my boyfriend pays half, that's $20, so that's still $10 more than my envelope. But I feel like I just go through it so fast. $10 doesn't really last that long, especially if you need household things like command strips or whatever. Alright, let's see. Ella's birthday. It's gonna be $10 added to here. That'd be $40. Oops. $40 total. I'm excited to see how much this is gonna have by April. I could probably guess. It's gonna be her birthday, I think, is either April 15th or close to that. Sometime in April. So we'll say here. So it's gonna be $10 each time. It's gonna be a nice chunk of money by the time her birthday comes around. I'm gonna be able to, you know, hopefully give her a nice gift of either a nice venue for her birthday party or if her parents haven't set up an education fund, maybe I'll buy her some bonds. So she'll have some money as she grows up to use for whatever she'd like. The Chevelle, it's gonna be $20. This has 5. This is gonna be $45. And my cute little Disney / Harry Potter envelope. I love this envelope. Makes me so happy. I should go in and recolor this to be the Hufflepuff house colors because I am a Hufflepuff. I could totally do that because this pattern is an Illustrator pattern that you can download off of my stock art website that I subscribe to. Let's see. This $45. I priced out a Disney vacation. Holy God. It is so expensive. I don't really mind though. This is more of something that I've always wanted to do. So I'm definitely gonna save up for this. And hopefully, once I pay off all my student loans, I'll be able to, you know, travel more than never. But anyway, so that's all the sinking funds. I think I'm going to go through and edit some of these maybe the next few times around, come up with a cap for a few of these. Like I said, I'm going to change the gifts and the Christmas once I come up with that list. So maybe I'm just going to, you know, go back and make a few of these a little bit more accurate. If anyone has any suggestions as to amounts for some of these things, I know some of these are probably a little superfluous, but finding that, you know, they're working out for me. I just have to remember that they exist. And yeah, so I guess we'll go from there. I'm just going to keep refining it as I go, and I'll keep sharing new freebies with you guys as I make new things. Make sure you download these freebies and the sticker freebies that I had mentioned earlier. These stickers, and they come on a sheet with these, and then some additional stickers that say like savings and goals and debts and things like that. You can really use them anywhere you'd like. But yeah, so I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or evening, morning, wherever you are, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!